And the cerebellum, or the little brain, right at the back of the brain, makes the most connections of any part of the brain in that first year. And that's because the brain is learning a whole lot of new skills. After that first year, that part of the brain still functions very busily, but it's that first year when the majority of the connections are made, and many, many millions of connections. This is because when a baby's born, it's only got the basic survival functions of the brain. The survival mechanisms include the primitive survival reflexes, the reflexes that enable the baby to feel its first movement automatically. So it's the movement responses to stimulation. So if you touch a baby on the cheek, it turns its head automatically. If you put your finger in its mouth, it sucks. If you stroke its palm, it sucks. If you turn the head to one side, the arm and the leg on that side extend, and the other arm bend and leg bend on the other side. So these reflexes enable our babies to feel and to practice their first scent and to sense what that feels like. This is really important because if our babies go, oh, that's moved. Oh, that's moved. And after a little while, they realize that body part's moving and they learn to start and take control of that. Oh, I can do that myself. Grasping, for example, beautiful. Automatic. When they're born, if you I shouldn't say this, but if you hang a baby on a washing line under 6 weeks, they'll stay on it, okay?
Wow.
They won't let go. Yeah. Okay, don't do it. It's not advised.
Yeah.
Not advised.
Not advised.
Yeah.
Do not try at home.
No, do not try at home. They don't dry any more quickly on the washing line. But over time, the baby learns to grasp by themselves. And so they actually learn to pick up, and they learn that skill first. And then in about 6 weeks, to let go. So they start to learn control over their own movements. So the primitive reflexes give them those movement experiences automatically, but then as the brain connects and matures and they get lots of opportunity to experience those movements, the body says, I can do this. The brain says, I can do this now. I'm going to do this movement all by myself when I want to. And that is the beginning of the establishment of movement patterns. And that starts us then into rolling over is another one. Most babies just push up on their arms and flop over onto their back. It's an automatic response. Or if you turn their head, they'll roll over. Babies, if you put them, older babies about 6 months, will rock on their hands and knees if they're up on their hands and knees. An automatic movement response that helps them become mobile so that they can creep on their hands and knees. So these reflexes get our babies moving. So they're very important, one, to provide our babies the opportunity to experience the reflex action, and then to provide them the opportunity to practice, and then to practice the voluntary movement.